Hey, what's up, everybody? This is DJ Keo, and today we are talking about MacBook Pros and the M1 chip. Before we even do anything, leave a comment below. Please like and subscribe. Help your boy out with the algorithm. All right, let's get into it. So, a lot of DJs, especially Mac users, know that Big Sur is the latest update from Mac, and it is crippling DJ gear. If you have a MacBook Pro or a MacBook Air, whatever, any MacBook, do not update your computer. Actually, for PCs and Macs, anytime there's a new update, it basically cripples all DJ software and it drives me crazy. And the thing about it is that all of these companies have access to the same developer kits. And so they have time to test this stuff out. Big Sur was announced like last year, I think. It's been announced for a minute. So if they announce it, you have your kits, your dev kits, long before they even get to you because they need to work out the bugs even before they even start telling the public what's coming up down the pike. So it drives me crazy that no matter what update it is, MacBooks and PCs, the DJ software is never ready. And this is one of those things where all of these companies are trying to switch over to have your DJ software become a service versus an app. And so they're trying to charge you monthly, whatever. When you normally do something like that, you start to get more frequent updates, but we're not getting more frequent updates. We're still in a schedule where you get an update every 4 or 5 months if you're lucky. And if you're in a native instruments, 2 years if you get an update. But like the process for getting updates is not as frequent as it should be for what they're trying to push on you as a service. And I'm getting off topic, but I'm gonna get to my point. Every time there's an update, it breaks all the DJ software every last time. And there's new MacBooks coming out, and they're going to be ARM based chips, Apple Silicon, and it's their special deluxe chip that they made, which is, I don't want to get technical, I don't want to be too nerdy, but instead of having a separate RAM module, a separate CPU module, separate video card, or whatever, they've integrated everything into the chip and it's going to make the MacBook run faster and cooler at the same time. It should help have the apps run more like your iPad or your iPhone versus apps that run on PCs or MacBooks from the past. So it's going to be better integrated and should run more efficiently. So that could mean smaller file sizes, um, easier updates. You could expect potentially, and this is without being too nerdy, you could potentially expect updates similar to how you get an update for your iPad or your iPhone. Now, the downside to that is that you won't be able to stop the updates. They're coming fast and furious, whether you like them or not, which is terrible for DJ software. But um, I think they might have a little bit more control over quality, I guess. That's the best way to describe it. Because quality is abysmal when these software companies come up with an update. Anyway, I have a point to this. I'm gonna have to timestamp this rant. DJ Pro AI is the first DJ software out of the gate to support Big Sur and Apple Silicon. So this is a huge deal. Depending on how stable it is and how smoothly it runs, I think this is probably going to be a benchmark going forward for all the new DJ software. Um, DJ Pro already was a pretty decent, I would say it covers most of your DJ needs and it works on most controllers. It's a decent software. It supports all of the DJ pools, all the online DJ pools, Beat Source, Tidal, SoundCloud. It supports all of that, and it's it's a functional DJ software. Now you don't have all the bells and whistles, but DJ Pro has things all these other programs do not, like the AI thing of removing drums and stuff like that from your music on the fly. Uh, it's an interesting program. Now, some people don't call it pro because it's not part of the big four, but I mean, I have a friend who uses it and he does pro gigs on it. And what do you want? It does the job. At this point, Any app that plays two songs together consecutively or together at the same time qualifies as pro at this point because everything is everything. We're in this jumbled mess that I think the pro thing is based on your skill level and if you're getting paid for it. I made a video about this a long time ago and it was quite controversial. But you know, when you get paid to do it, your job DJing, I think you officially step into the pro category. Um, Now, how good of a pro you are, that's a different argument. But I think if you're getting paid to do it, you're a pro. That has been my stance. Same thing photography, and if you're an artist or whatever, when you're doing it for free, you're not pro. Just period. I think that's the best way I can describe it. If you're doing it for free, you're not pro. Getting paid, you're pro. So DJ software and stuff like that, and picking some things that this is not good and this one's top of the line. Basically, if you can play two songs together, it's fine. If it supports your controller, it has effects and all this other stuff, it's fine. I mean, what do you need? Um, and I'm gonna piss people off with that, but like this is my honest opinion. I don't think it matters at this point. We're almost at the edge of having uh Spotify be a DJ for you and put songs together. Spotify is already mixing songs together. The only thing it's not doing is changing the tempo, but like it's almost there. So to nitpick and argue about what's pro gear and what's pro DJ software, pointless. We're on borrowed time. But anyways, I digress. We're getting to a rant right now, and I'm not padding to get to 10 minutes because this is not going to get to 10 minutes. Um, yeah, I think this is a huge cultural mark for shifting over to ARM based computers. I believe firmly that the Intel x86 type CPUs are dinosaurs and they're going to be ending soon. And Apple's going to lead the way, and Microsoft is going to come late to the party, but they're going to get there. Microsoft has been working on an ARM PC for the longest time, and basically, Intel has not been producing. Best way to describe it. They're just not coming with the heat. So eventually, PC and Macs are all going to switch over to ARM. And it just makes sense because you can get smaller chips, less heat, longer battery life, and more power. It's a trifecta. I think that's three. I wasn't paying attention. I think that's three. Uh, but the point is that ARM is the future. Apple is once again leading the way, and PC Windows is going to follow. They already have ARM laptops, and it's a matter of time before they're more mainstream. And what is happening right now with Apple Silicon is going to be led forward for the rest of the industry. So expect to buy ARM based laptops. Now, here's the thing: ARM based laptops should be technically cheaper. Technically, they're not going to be cheaper, but it should be technically cheaper. That's a whole other debate, and I don't want to get into that right now. I'm nerding out as it is. I'm losing everybody that doesn't care about computers. So, anyways, let me know what you guys think about this. Are you ready to buy your MacBook Pros? Have you even upgraded to Big Sur by accident and you're screwed? Let me know in the comment section below. And thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and peace out, bitches.